everyone, it's Greg here to do your astrology and tarot forecast for the week starting the 17th of February and going through until the 24th of February. So this is going to be a rundown of what's happening for you in astrological terms, and I'm going to have a look at that. I'm also going to have a look at what's going on using the tarot. So I'll choose 3 cards and give you the main themes. So I'm going to get started straight away. The first thing that I want to mention is that on the 17th of February, the moon actually goes into Virgo in the 3rd house. So what you're going to find starting the week is that you feel really comfortable identifying other people's flaws, other people's foibles, and you're really quick to criticize, and you're also quick to communicate that. So just be aware of that. Keep an eye out for it, because obviously even though you do recognize other people's limitations, it might not always go down so well. Just operate with caution in that sense. Moving on to the 18th and 19th of February, so Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon actually goes into Libra in the 4th house. And that means that you're going to feel much more comfortable making peace with people, creating harmonious relationships, and really trying to get on with people a little bit more, which in the long run is going to really help you as well by creating good relationships in your life. In particular, this is related to your family and people you're close to. And on the 18th, the moon is quite far away from Mars, which is also in this 4th house, but on the 19th, it actually conjuncts Mars. So it becomes very much quite a pressing need Wednesday time for you to get on with people. So again, don't overdo that, don't go into people-pleasing mode, but just be aware that the middle of the week really sees you possibly overcoming some obstacles in terms of your relationships, in particular your close relationships. On the 19th of February, on Thursday, the sun goes into Pisces. So the ego is going to be much more concerned with things of an emotional nature. It's going to be much more concerned with, the fantasy and all of that. Whereas in Aquarius, it's been much more about thoughts and communicating and being part of a group. So your focus shifts, or the ego's focus shifts from, the outer, and it shifts to the inner. So really expect to unearth some things really on the 19th and going forward from there, because that's what Pisces is all about. It's that watery, self-reflective energy. Interestingly, the North Node, goes into Libra as well on this day, and it was in Scorpio before. The North Node is all about where your soul wants to go and what you're looking for. So because it moves into Libra on this day, spiritually, what you're going to really want to do is connect with other people, create harmonious relationships. And we've got that Moon, Mars, North Node kind of stellium all together here in this 4th house. So really, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to be about family for you. It's going to involve some real learning and really take you where you want to go in terms of your family, okay? Mars there can inject a little bit of aggression, so just watch out for that it doesn't get, you don't get too pushy with things, and you allow people room to breathe. 20th of February, moon goes into Scorpio in the 5th house, so it moves forward. Again, what really makes you feel at ease here is real deep feelings in terms of, again, family, and now adding to that mix romantic, kind of intimate relationships. So really delving deeply into some of those issues there and really looking at some of the darkest stuff, which Scorpio is so good at. That really conjuncts with the moon entering Pisces as well. Just be careful that you don't go into an ego thing trying to tell other people what they're actually feeling, and try and make it a constructive exploration of kind of joint communication and feeling natures coming together. Right. Interestingly, what's happening there as well is that there's a grand trine in water going on this day as well. And that involves the ascendant, which is in Cancer. So it's a really watery kind of week really so far. It's really to do with feelings. It's really, you see yourself as a deeply emotional person this week, and it's really all about exploring that. And when the ego gets involved, it kind of wants to say, you know, I feel things more deeply than you do. So don't go into that, but really use it as an opportunity to discover what you're feeling and then to learn from it. Okay. 22nd of the month, Neptune moves into the 8th house. It actually makes that shift there. Okay. And Neptune is all about the fantasy, the dream, looking at you know, the unmanifest, what the possibilities are. And again, it's to do with water. You know, Neptune, the planet, is blue. It's all about you know, those watery intuition type of things, and it's really to do with fantasy, deep feelings, connecting with people, and having intuitive kind of insight. So it's really the week of the intuitive, the week of the psychic, and really connecting with people on a really deep level. It's also interesting that if you have been fantasizing about a kind of relationship that what you want to bring into your life, or you've been you know, trying to manifest your perfect partner, the shift of Neptune there and coming together with the Sun, which is 1 degree away, it really means that you can make this happen now. So if you've been trying to bring about something in your life that you've really wanted to make happen, this is the time to really focus on what kind of thoughts you're putting out, because the likelihood of them manifesting is really strong. It's that link between the unseen, you know, fantastic kind of elements of your personality and being that comes out into the 3D physical reality. The moon is also in its 3rd quarter on the 22nd, and it's in the 5th house and it's in Sagittarius. And the 3rd quarter moon always has to do with winding down and easing into a more complete energy, whereas the full moon is the moon really shining its energy brightly and being at its zenith sort of thing. When it gets into the 3rd quarter, it's all about winding down. And the way you wind down, or you begin to wind down on the 22nd, is by exploring and by looking at things differently, and by moving away from this intensity that you've been looking at, and by looking into lighter things and having more fun and kind of easing off that pressure a little bit. The moon stays in Sagittarius for 3 days, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So the moon always represents what you're most comfortable with and what you get the most nurturing from. And the exploration is really what helps you the most here. So over the weekend, moving into the new week, discover new things, try something different. It'll really make you feel, you know, give you new life and make you feel upbeat and really give you a deep sense of meaning. So really make sure you do that. It does move into the 6th house on the 23rd and 24th, and the 6th house is about daily routine and physical health. So the weekend as well is a great time to explore either your diet or your exercise regimen, or something that you do on a daily basis with your body. So, you know, if you've been trying to find a new health thing that you can follow just to keep your fitness up, or if you've been looking to change your diet, the weekend is a really good time to do it. And it'll make you feel comfortable as well, and there won't be any stress around it. Okay, so that's the astrology for the week. I'm going to have a look at the tarot cards now and see what I get in terms of those, my 3 major themes. Okay, the first card that I've got is the Hierophant in reverse. Let me just show you the card there. And the Hierophant, let me just make sure these don't fall off, okay. The Hierophant has to do with institutions and things breaking down. And it's the sign of, you've got Saturn there, and Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. So what this means is that you're really breaking things down. You're really breaking free from institutions or situations where other people expect things from you, and you're becoming much more focused on what you expect for yourself and for your own life, which is much better, you know, looking at what you want to get out of life than what other people want you to get out of life for them. So expect a real deconstruction of formulas that have been in your life for a while, and really just being able to breathe and just be free. The next card is also Capricorn. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and you've got Capricorn down there, and it means that, you're at a turning point, and this is specific for Capricorn, really. What I'm getting, that you, Capricorn in particular, are going to have a week where you do break down something that's a fixture in your life, and it means you're at a crossroads, and you move into a much more positive future by becoming more independent for yourself and looking at what you want to achieve and what you want to get. So this is your week, really. Expect some big shifts. Expect one thing to leave and something new to come in. Okay, the final card, the World, which is Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So Taurus, this is for you. You're going to have a really good week. You're going to feel really grounded. You're going to feel like you love your life, you love what you're doing, you're in a really good place, and you just feel a sense of ease and completion here. It's interesting as well, I'm just looking at the background that I've chosen for this week, which is kind of like an underwater city, you know, and it's interesting that I've chosen that because the thing I've discussed in particular with Capricorn is things coming to an end and making space for new things to appear. And it's really important that, especially this week, you're not frightened of losing something that's been a fixture in your life. You know, like Atlantis going down there, it's important for certain things to leave the consciousness and for things to leave life so that new things can be discovered, new things can be started and explored. And that your own goals can be really reevaluated, and you can leave behind all of that structured way of doing things, and you can find your own way of doing things, and you can really blossom in your own way. And it's really a great theme of leaving behind the old, moving on, and finding something new to get on with, something better. So I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions or feedback, please send me an email or leave me a comment here on YouTube. The email is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. If you would like a private reading with me, then please do get in touch. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you soon.